Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're going to jump in and take a look at the 2024 Department 56 Halloween, Fall, and Hot Properties releases that are showcased on the UNESCO business website. And I'm going to kind of show each one of them, at least for those particular genres. And we're going to talk a little bit about each one and you know what I'm really looking forward to and what I'm like, it's pretty neat, but I don't know that I'll buy it. And we don't have prices yet. At least I don't have prices yet. I do think that some folks do have the prices, and I've published those onto Facebook and other places like that. I have not seen them if that's the case. I've heard that that's the case, but I've not seen any prices myself. We've got an event coming up at Millie's Hallmark here in Arizona on the 4th of November, where hopefully prices then will be released or at least shown as part of that introduction to the new 2024 stuff. So what I want to do is kind of go over each piece with you and let you take a look at it if you haven't seen it already. I know many of you have on social media, but let's jump in and take a look at all these pieces. And I'll just voice over with all these photos that we got. And then, yeah, we'll talk about it at the end. Okay, so we're going to start with one of my favorites, I believe, for this season is the Make and Take Scarecrow Shack. So they've brought fall back, which I think everybody's going to be excited about. This is going to be a really cool piece. This would go great with the apple bar. This would go great with the gazebo or the honey hive or any of the fall pieces you got. This is going to fit perfectly in there. This is probably my most anticipated piece so far. And speaking of that, this is the accessory that goes with it. This is called Nana, I'm Stuffed. The only downside to this I see, it's very cute, but it absolutely is porcelain, and you guys know how I feel about that. I much more prefer the resin accessories, but it is what it is in this case. This is going to be another high-selling, sold-out piece, and this is called Gather Round for Thanksgiving. This is clearly a porcelain house, but it fits the fall theme perfectly. If you look through the big picture window, you can see Thanksgiving feast on the table. The house has got the fall leaves. This is gonna sell out quick. I can almost guarantee it. I'm gonna get this one too, so I'm excited about the fall pieces. The accessory piece, though, I'm not crazy about. It's called Touchdowns Turkey and Pie. It's good, it's cute, it's porcelain, but the guy's beard looks like it was drawn on with a magic marker to me. It's not appealing at all. But now we get into another piece that's going to be hot this year, and this is the Disney World Haunted Mansion. And I can tell you from the looks of it, it blows the Disneyland Haunted Mansion out of the water. It's probably not got a bunch of blinking LED lights all over the place. It's really well done. It's beautiful. And who knows what this is going to cost. It's probably going to be expensive, but this is a must-have, I think, for Disney fans. And the accessories that accompany this, my goodness, Silas Crump and his dog Bones. So if you've ever been on the Haunted Mansion ride, you see the caretaker, standing down at the foot of the cemetery with his very skinny dog Bones, kind of shaking both of their feet on the ghost they're seeing. This is going to go perfect. I'm going to get this regardless, probably two, one for the original and one for my Disneyland. And then you've got Madame Leota Manifested. Madame Leota Manifested, obviously it's a piece inside the haunted attraction, so I'm not sure. You just have to display it outside and be okay with that. Nonetheless, it's a very, very cool piece. And then we've got the Here Comes the Bride. So again, another inside the attraction piece. This is also a very cool piece. This piece lights up. So there's that. So this is going to look really good in a graveyard or in either of the Haunted Mansion displays. And then I'm really excited about this one too. This one is called, I think it's called a day in the park or visiting the park is what it's called. And the cool part is they're all wearing Mickey Mouse ears and shirts, and they've got cotton candy and taking selfies. This is perfect for the Haunted Mansion stuff. Then we're into Witch Hollow. And Witch Hollow is going to be another popular one this year. This is Samantha's Boutique. It's all about stockings. And boutique is BOO, teak, right? Which is a pretty cool name. It's a very cool piece. The accessory that goes with it, you're going to see here in a moment, also very cool. So I'm looking forward to adding another Witch Hollow piece to my displays. Fortunately, they're building another one this year, which is good. And then the accessory is called Darn Good Darn. Obviously, it has to do with darning, the socks and the yarn or whatever. I don't do any of that stuff. But a cool part, she's sitting on a mushroom. Pretty cool looking character and pretty cool looking stockings. And then I'm not sure on this one. I mean, they're kind of doing water towers everywhere you look. So they've developed now a Witch Hollow water tower. It is cool looking. The slime, I think, glows in the dark, which is also an added bonus. Pretty cool, so it'll probably end up in my collection. Then we've got the Ghouls and Goblins set of 3. Now, this would go perfect in any Witch Hollow setting. This is a very cool piece. You've got the goblin dude, it looks like, in the center, kind of bookended by 2 of the goblin or the ghouls on brooms, the witches. So pretty cool piece. Here's an interesting one. This one's called Monster Teenies Nightclub. So this is a full-scale Christmas type house for Halloween, the Snow Village, full-size village piece. It's a very cool piece, but it's very, very unique. I think it'll be popular, but this is almost like a Monsters of the Deep. I don't know where you would fit this in anywhere else. And then it comes with, which is a resin piece, which I like, is called Silverback Bouncer. And the detail on this is pretty good. Obviously, it looks like a little velvet rope there around the stanchions. Wolf head on the belt buckle, some big bracelets on, and some shades on this very scary werewolf, which is pretty cool. And then you've got, again, another great piece that will end up in my collection, and this is the Sleepy Hollow Schoolhouse. This is going to go with Ichabod Crane's house that they released this year, so this is the second piece in that series. Excuse me. This series is supposed to last for. They didn't say how long, but they said multiple years. So, pretty happy to see this one. The detail on it looks really good. I think it'll be a good addition to that series. And then the accessory to that this year is Miss Katrina Van Tassel, part of the story of obviously Sleepy Hollow, and so she's kind of portrayed as a very beautiful girl, very beautiful blue eyes. Is what attracted Ichabod to her in the first place. So now let's move into the Hot Property series. This piece is amazing. It's called The Fallen Church of Falwell. This is an Elvira piece, and I don't collect Elvira, but this church is absolutely remarkable. It, to me, looks like it's going to be a resin piece. I would bet you a dime to a dollar that it probably is. So a resin piece that I think could fit anywhere in any type of village setting for Halloween. So I think this is a must-have. The coordinating accessory resin piece is called Elvira at the Stake. Again, I don't collect Elvira. I mean, there's a couple reasons that people probably do, but nonetheless, a very cool-looking piece. She's tied up, obviously, getting ready to be burned because they're fearful of her. Now, this is another one I'm not excited about. I think it's a cool piece. It's the Sanderson Sisters Cottage from Hocus Pocus. I think this is going to be wildly popular. The Hocus Pocus movies are wildly popular. I don't know why. I don't really care for them, but a lot of people out there do. And so I think this is going to be a sellout. I think this is going to be hard to find once it goes. So if you're planning on doing this, you might want to do it and pre-order it, I would assume. The coordinating accessory, which is resin, is the Sanderson sisters, and the title of this is Amok, Amok, Amok. Whatever that means. I don't watch it, so I couldn't really tell you. The diehard fans will know exactly what it means, and I'm sure that you followers of Hocus Pocus are very, very excited. Okay, let's move into the Nightmare Before Christmas. You got the Cat House, which is an actual cool piece. Again, I don't collect the Nightmare Before Christmas series either, but I know a lot of people do, and I think this is a very cool piece if you collect that series to have in your collection. So I think it's very well done. It looks very cool. I like the lights and the way it lights up. And I also like the little coordinating accessory that comes with it or that you can buy with it. It's called Dr. Finkelstein, which is pretty cool. The little character there with a cat on the back of his little motorized wheelchair. So pretty cool piece. If you're into this series, I think these are obviously, must-haves for you. Not my cup of tea, so I'm going to be passing on this one as well. This is called the Containment Unit. Now, this is part of the Ghostbusters continuing series. These are pretty cool pieces too, but again, they're very specific. You would, if you collect these, I would assume that you've got a whole Ghostbusters display and theme that you're trying to keep, unified into that type of genre. Dana Possessed is part of that collection. So you've got Dana there, who obviously has got her arms up. She sort of looks possessed. She's running around and obviously would be a perfect fit for your Ghostbusters village at some point or some place in there. And then the third piece for this series is called Terror Dog. Again, not my thing. It's obviously, if you've seen the Ghostbuster movies, they're there. And again, this would be a great collection or a great accessory piece to kind of fit into that collection and help it be complete. Okay, let's get into some accessories. This one is called Dark Forest Landscape. And this is a really cool set of black trees. You've got some sisal trees, and you've got some bare branch trees, and you've got some little shrubs that would go great. This one I think is even better, and this one is called A Splendid Fall Landscape. Various colors of trees. You've got some bare branch trees, you've got some fall trees, and you've got all this. It's kind of a cut up rubber that kind of goes around all that stuff. Now you don't get much of it, but it would be cool nonetheless. Okay, more accessories are coming. This is an amazing one here, and this one is called Spiritual Guidance. This also lights up, and for me, this is a must-have. If you've got a cemetery or you're planning on making a cemetery, this is your piece this year. This is a very, very cool piece. The ghosts light up, the light lights up. It's a pretty cool all-around piece. This one's called We're a Skeleton Crew sign. It lights up as well. So a lot of accessories are lighting up this year, which is pretty cool. But again, this would have to be very specific of where you wanted it. I don't think I'd put it anywhere, so I'm probably going to pass on it. But it is a cool piece. Another this is a weather vane, sort of. It is called a Chill in the Air weather vane. I don't recall if this is motorized or not. I don't know if the ravens just kind of stick in there and stay, or if they move. So we need to figure that out. This piece, however, does move. It's called Scary Go Round. So if you've got a carnival theme or a park scene or anything like that, this is going to be an amazing piece. It's got kind of a pumpkin that is thrown up. You've got the actual, it spins, so it's just like the real Scary Go Round. Now we get into some trees. These are called Spiralite LED trees. They come in two flavors this year. I don't care for these, but there may be plenty of people do. You've got them in purple, and then you also have them in orange. So the same concept, purple and orange, for these trees. Then you've got a piece that's coming kind of indicative of every year. It's the 2024 Happy Halloween piece. It's a resin piece. It's Feline Noir debut. 2024. And so you've got the Happy Halloween sign and a black cat with some green eyes sitting on top. I typically pass on these myself, but this one here, I'm not going to pass on. This one is called Elevating Ghoul Aerial. This is one of the scariest pieces that I've seen in Department 56 in a very long time. It's an adjustable height. You can make it however high you want, obviously depending on the rod there. But again, go great in a graveyard. Now we get into Dead Astaire, obviously modeled after Fred Astaire. You've got a skeleton in his finest clothes, tails type tux with a top hat and a bow tie, carrying a big cane. So if you're into skeletons or you collect this things, you would be happy putting this in your collection. And then if you're trying to do some boardwalks, they're going to help you out. Instead of carving them out of foam, you can buy these. Now these are lit, supposedly. This one is called Lit Haunted Boardwalk. And obviously if you buy different pieces and they'll all fit together and you can make your boardwalk as long or as short as you want. And then if you need some stairs or a bridge on that boardwalk, they are also knocking out this year the Lit Haunted Boardwalk Bridge. This is actually a pretty cool piece. I mean, I think obviously from what we can see here, the little skeleton heads, their eyes will likely light up, but I'm not real sure on that one. This is another cool piece for a graveyard. This is a resin piece, so I automatically like it. I love the whole concept behind this one. This one is called Quoth the Raven, Dig Some More. So you've got this huge raven. This is going to go perfect in Raven Hill Cemetery for me, so this is a must-buy. This is another cool piece that I think is going to be wildly popular. This is the full moon lit backdrop. This piece, I don't know the exact size on it, but it does come with a remote control, and you can change that moon to any color in the spectrum of colors through LED technology. So now we're going to move into Mickey's Pumpkin Town. 3 new pieces coming out this year. The first main house is Minnie's Kissing Booth. This is a very cute piece. It is it screams obviously Disney. It's got Minnie. It's pay attention there to the one ticket for kisses. It's a piece of candy corn house with Minnie kind of, googly eyes, just waiting on somebody to come up. The coordinating accessory piece for this is called Mickey Buys a Ticket. And if you look behind his back, he's all shy and embarrassed. He's got his little ticket ready. He obviously wants to go give Minnie a kiss, but he's being pretty shy and coy about it, which is a pretty cool little piece. And so if you collect the Mickey's Pumpkin Town, this is a perfect piece to go with that. And then the final piece that we're going to look at this evening is the candy corn topiaries to go inside of Mickey's Pumpkin Town. These will fit just absolutely perfect with all of the other accessories that go along with the Pumpkin Town. Okay, well, that's a final look at all of the 2024 Department 56 Fall, Halloween, and Hot Properties, and some accessories to go along with that as we showcase those in this video. Hopefully you're as excited as I am about some of the pieces and the new releases that are getting ready to come out. I'm still going to spend a lot of money, I'm assuming, going forward as this hobby continues. I am a little bit saddened, though, by the no crypt this year. They said they're going to take a strategic pause. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know that they'll ever come back. They may have closed it out at the 10-year anniversary piece, which is fine. That, again, I've got the whole collection, so we can check mark that one off and call it complete. And I'm a little saddened and disappointed by there's no Trick or Treat Lane house, at least yet. We've still got the mid-year releases coming out. At some point, those have not been released or indicated of what they're going to be. So fingers are crossed that the Trick or Treat Lane house will be inside of that release. But if not, it sort of is what it is. And I hope at some point, they see that, we're huge fans of the Trick or Treat Lane series, and they'll bring they'll bring that back. Maybe that is a true strategic pause. But hey, I'm curious to know what you think about these houses, what you're looking most forward to, what you plan on adding to your collection this year. And likewise, if you don't care for something, you can share that with me too. It's interesting to know kind of the thoughts of everybody out there. So until we talk again, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again real soon.